All right, let's talk about the Katseye situation. This one is the most goofiest and difficult to understand situation out of all of the three, but it's still spiritually connected to the Olympics and to the BAFTAs, to this wider theme of what was meant to bring shame instead brought glory, this wider theme of those who are so-called meek and weak appearing as strong and supported, and those who appeared as strong and supported and mighty appearing as weak. The prevailing theme of solidarity and this exclamation of we're not going to take what you are giving us that is coming out of the Olympics and that is coming out of this music industry at the moment. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I have no idea what Katseye is. This is not a traditional music group. Traditional music groups focus primarily on the music. Katseye, very distinctively, very intentionally, their producers intentionally make bad music. I'm not trying to insult them. It's just something I feel is very obvious that what the company, the management company is selling with Katseye is not music. It's not albums. It is fandom, character dynamics, and personalities. So Katseye exists as this limbo group, which doesn't release very much music, but has a very strong following that bears traits similar to what you would see coming out of a K-pop fandom, for instance. People have biases, they have favorites, people care very deeply about the dynamics between characters. There's a lot of lore, a lot of parasociality, and all of that stuff. And out of all of the members, you have Manon. I know her name is not pronounced like that, but I like saying Manon, so I'm just going to call her that. You have this character. Again, I called her a character because that's what I feel Hybe, the production company, the music studio, is selling: characters, personas, dynamics, and fandom as itself. You have Manon, who seems to be the face of the group. She seems to be the most popular member of the group. K-pop, although Katseye is not a K-pop group, it does attract the same types of people who are interested in K-pop. That entire industry, the K-pop industry, has a pretty sizable Black female fan base. It's not acknowledged, it's not talked about a lot, but it is there. And on top of all of that, additionally, just so you have a context over all of the things that are swirling and mixing together in the situation, you have the stereotypes, which I brought up when I talked about the Olympics and female solidarity. You have this stereotype that women are uncooperative, that women hate each other, that women are unable to work together. And this stereotype has been prevalent among girl groups and girl bands. The idea that a girl band can never reach the popularity of a boy band because of the nature of women and so on and so forth. But as I said earlier in the Olympics, that narrative has been slashed and slaughtered and laid to rest. The women at the Olympics have showcased extreme female solidarity that feels very light, easy, weightless, and natural. The conclusion that many people came out of the Olympics with, that came out of this year, this ongoing year with, is that many of the stereotypes put upon women were false. They were lies, they were misconstrued, and they were malicious. That this competition, this belief that women cannot work together was not based in reality, it was not based in nature, it was not based in natural behavior, but that it was enforced or forced upon. That leads us into the Katseye situation. Like I said, I'm not a big follower of Katseye. I kind of just saw this happening in the background, and as I took a deeper look into it, I felt like it was just spiritually connected to the Olympics and to the BAFTAs. And so I needed to talk about it. There were groups called, Little Mix, Fifth Harmony. They had a sole Black member of the group whom people felt were mistreated. Katseye is no different. They have a sole Black member of the group. This is Manon. Over the past few days, they've not been talking about the situation directly, but they've been hinting at their inner thoughts and inner feelings through their interaction with social media. A little disclaimer, I am a hater and a despiser of speculation. I hate superstition. I hate it when people craft narratives without full evidence. I hate witch hunts. I hate all of these thinking patterns and all of these behavioral patterns that lead people into making conclusions without having evidence deserving of that conclusion. So I'm not going to give credence to any of the fan theories as to what's going on between the members. We don't know. We don't have the evidence. We don't have the justification to draw a proper conclusion as to what is going on between the members or what is going on between Manon and the management of Katseye. All that we know is that Manon has chosen very suddenly to go on a hiatus. The reason given was a health reason. There is speculation that it is due to either a issue between Manon and the management and disrespect that she might be facing there, or some disrespect that she might be facing from the members of the group itself. Either way, Manon has chosen to separate herself from the group for an undetermined amount of time, and the reaction has been completely opposite and unpredictable and inconceivable to what the management of Katseye thought would happen. Just as in the hockey situation, what was meant to be something that kind of just blew over and didn't have much staying power grew into an organic movement of solidarity. Just as the situation in the BAFTAs was portrayed as an inevitability in which no apologies would be made and under which the people who were the subjects of the disrespect, of the offense, even though it was uncontrollable, that situation has migrated and changed and grown into a broader criticism of the handling and the management of the BAFTAs. Just like those two situations, with Katseye, with Manon, the studio managing this group predicted that this issue would not cause the kind of uproar that it did, but it did, and it resulted in a mass wave, a tidal wave of solidarity, of community, and of support. It's as if in all three situations, without physically speaking, the subjects of the attempted humiliation or disparagement spoke, and they spoke very loudly. And their statement was this: we are not going to take what you are giving us. You will either change or we will do our own thing. For the Olympics, because of the disparagement of the women's team, Flavor Flav has offered to host an independent celebration ceremony for the women's hockey team. A bunch of companies have signed on board to be a part of it, to sponsor it, and to be involved. On an individual level, the ice skaters, the female ice skaters, have received widespread support from other female celebrities across all manner of industries. This is one of the other competitors for the United States in ice skating alongside Alyssa Liu. She's received all sorts of support. Alyssa Liu has received, again, all sorts of support from women all across the globe, across industries. The BAFTA situation with the N-word being shouted is being met with a staying power that I don't think the BAFTAs thought it would have. People are demanding an apology. They're not willing to sit down and say, because this individual had a condition, we're not going to expect some sort of an answer as to why this was not cut out of the broadcast or as to why an apology was not given. We are understanding of the condition. We're showing compassion and grace, but at the same time, we are asking for an apology. We're not going to accept what you give us. We are going to ask for more. Likewise, with Manon in Katseye, she's taken a hiatus from the group. She hasn't really spoke out much, but her actions show that she is in alignment with what the other situations are broadcasting, which is this spirit of, we're not going to accept what you give us. We're going to ask for more, or we are going to do our own thing. Over the course of the last just like 2 days, countless celebrities have expressed support for Manon specifically. You have the Pussycat Dolls here. You have Ray coming out and following Manon on Instagram, one of the best artists of this new generation. You have Chloe Bailey throwing her support behind Manon. And the list goes on and on and on, you know, with the amount of celebrities and official industries and official, online news publications that are coming out in support of Manon. It's truly staggering. I didn't even know all of these people even cared or knew about the situation or thought anything of the Katseye fandom and of its members. I'm not going to talk about Daniela's dad in this video. It's not about the specifics of the situation. I might make another video on it if you guys want to hear my thoughts on it, but I would hate to be Daniela right now. I don't know what's going on between them. There's some speculation that there's bad blood between her and Manon. I don't have any concrete evidence to say anything one way or another, but all I know is that Daniela's dad is acting like an op. It feels like he wants to destroy her entire career. He wants to destroy the entire Katseye brand, and he really needs to be taken off of social media at this point. But all of this just goes along with the broader theme of what was meant to be shamed, the people who are meant to be shamed, the people who are meant to be humiliated, the people who are meant to be the weaker ones have come out very suddenly, very instantaneously as the stronger, as the more mighty, as the more supported, as the more joyful, and that those who thought they had power, who thought they had the influence, who thought they had the support, have come to acknowledge that they are the ones who are shameful, they are the ones who have been humiliated, and that they are the ones who lack control. So although the past few days have been full of controversy, I think, as I said at the beginning of this video, there's a very thick veil, a thick covering of glory and grace that has covered the women at the Olympics, that has covered Michael B. Jordan and Delroy, and that has covered Manon from Katseye. Despite their attempted humiliation, their attempted disparagement, whether that be intentional or unintentional, controllable or uncontrollable. That shame and that humiliation did not come to rest upon them, but rather it was given back to its sender. I don't know if this video made a lot of sense. I don't know if I sound crazy. I don't know if I sound coherent. I don't script my videos. These videos are audiaries. They're meant to be listened to and not watched, where I speak about my thoughts and I ramble and I tell you guys things. So if you like this video, go ahead and comment below, give it a like, give me a subscribe if you feel like it, and tell me what you think about all of these 3 events, what they mean to you, if you saw the similar connection between them as I did, or if you think I'm completely off the mark. Let me know if you want any more specific videos that are focused on the Olympics or the BAFTAs or on Katseye.